This is going to be a fun project.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait!
Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Wolf Ridge Woodworking. I'm so happy to see you today. So I thought, we've been in an experimenting mood lately, and it's like, what else can I do to kind of, push the boundaries of my ability? So as you saw from the intro, I've got a carving tool here. So let me tell you, get into what I'm going to do, and then I've also got some paint here. So I'm going to turn this into just a traditional, contemporary bowl, whatever shape it really wants to be. But then what I'm going to do is, and you can see here that I've been practicing on the top, I'm going to take the gouge, and with probably, maybe inch, maybe inch and a half, something like that, I'm going to take the gouge and gouge out little designs in the side. Then the plan is to paint the side with this milk paint here. It's Blue Moon, and then once it dries, take the sandpaper and sand it back, and what it should do is leave the outside with the natural finish, but then the grooves will be blue. That's what I'm thinking, but let's see what this will turn out to be. Just a little bit about the blank. It is a sweet gum wood. It is about 3 inches tall and about 4 3/4 inches wide. So it's a small bowl, but you know what? That's okay. We're learning, so we're going to try some new skills. So let's get this mounted to the lathe and let's go have some fun. One quick thing before we do get this mounted on the lathe is I'm wearing a friend of mine's shirt, and he also gave me a sticker, and I'll put a link to his Instagram. He does some really nice looking bowls. He's mentored me on using my bowl gouge, so I want to pass along his information. I'm trying to talk him into getting a YouTube channel because I think he'd do a really good job and be able to teach some new guys like myself a few lessons here and there. But anyway, so I'll put a link down below to his Instagram channel, put him up on the sticker board. Now let's go ahead and get this turned on, put up on the lathe and get it turning. So you can see here, I've got some pretty, looks like some pretty significant cracks. From here, it feels like it's pretty deep. So I'm gonna shape it, see what I get out of it, and then we'll deal with that, whether, we put some sawdust down in there and some super glue, so CA glue. All right, I think it's time now to address these cracks before we go further. They are pretty deep, so, but it looks like they're confined to right here. So I'm just gonna take some of the dust that's on the lathe, kind of get it in the cracks first. I've had a couple of people make comments that that's the right way to do it, and I think I agree with them. Get the dust down in there first, and then apply your thin CA glue, and then you could come on top of it and, you know, fill any further, you know, crevices. There we go. Okay, so I got one here, a small one up here on the rim, and then one long one here, and then this short one. So I'm just gonna hit it with some thin CA for now. I'm gonna let that go. I'm not gonna hit it with the activator because I'm gonna let it just cure on its own. And I'm gonna come back, check it, and then we will probably gonna sand it first before I do the gouging. But also I'm gonna put, so it's probably gonna be like, I'm thinking about like this. That's where I'm going to do the gouging at, is in there. Didn't anticipate the curve when I was thinking about this, but that should be okay. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to maybe put either a groove or a bead here to kind of separate and isolate that. So anyway, first things first, let's get this, let it dry. We'll come back and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do with that. All right, that's had enough time to dry. This past weekend, I went over to Turner's Warehouse. I'll leave a link down in the description. They're a local company here in Phoenix. But anyway, so I saw they had these sanding meshes. So I got a variety pack from 80 all the way up to 600. So I'm going to be giving that a try. And I'll link to their website for this product also down in the description. But anyway, the great thing about this is you could just blow it out. You know, if it gets clogged up, you know, it just blow it out, wash it, whatever, and it's you know, restores back. So I got tired of going through those other ones so fast. So, and it's got a Velcro kind of backing. So if you've got one on your drill and you want to use it, you could just cut a circle out, because they do sell them in bigger sheets, and use that on your drill. So anyway, excuse me. So we're going to get this sanded all the way from, I think, 80 up to 600. And we'll go from there. Actually, I probably will sand, I don't know, we might go up to 320. And then come back and do the final sanding with the 400 and 600 after I get done with the little grooves. Alrighty, well now it's time to try out my carving. I did test this on the top, but I think it's gonna be different on the side. I think I'm gonna have to take short or small cuts, and then, you know, just take it deeper as I go. So anyway, let's get going. well, that was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. Definitely goes smoother on the side grain. The end grain, it tears it out a little bit. Maybe I should have taken it to shallower cuts. You know, I think that's what it is. Maybe you can drop a comment down below. I sharpened it several times during the carving with a leather strop and a diamond stone. So, but I think maybe that's what it was on this end grain. Maybe I should have taken multiple shallower cuts. I'm going to paint this, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do sanding sealer and all that good stuff. So let's do a little bit more sanding, and then we'll get ready for the finishing. Now that we've got it sanded up to 320, we are going to add, this is Blue Moon Milk Paint by General Finishes. And so we're just going to cover this part here. And then we will sand away the top surface and hopefully only expose the color in the grooves. That's the plan. So let's get to painting it. Alrighty, that's gonna do it. I'm just gonna go through it off camera, just to make sure that I didn't miss any spots. Then I'm gonna just let this dry. We'll come back and we'll sand it. That turned out nice. Not perfect, but I think the idea is good. Just need to work on the finishing technique. So let's get this flipped around and start hollowing out the inside. All right, I'm gonna have to be careful because while the foot or the mortise is deep enough, I believe, I just want to make sure that I don't come out. So just gonna have to make sure that I'm real careful and try to keep from getting catches. right, that's going to wrap it up today. Let's talk about it. So as with most of my bowls, it's an experiment, and it's an opportunity for me to learn, and rather than doing it off camera and coming to you with the great finish, I want to be not fake. That's not the right word. I want to show you what it is to start from nothing, so that you can get an idea of, hey, I didn't get those results, and I'm no good at this, and that's not the case. You just got to get out there and try it. So that's what I like to do. Is I like to show you first what I've done, rather than doing it and practicing. Nothing wrong with that. It's just not the way that I want to run my channel. So anyway, enough with that. So I did realize that I think on the end grain, maybe I should have taken shallower cuts, some more shallower cuts, because where the end grain is not, it's great. But where the end grain is, I did get a little bit of bleed out from when I painted it. But all in all, man, I really think that's a cool looking bowl with the different gouges in there. And I am so glad I did take the detailer and put a groove in here. I think that really sets this up and it makes it look nice. So anyway, so that was a great experience. Again, I used this, I guess it's a number 8 4mm gouge. I did, like I said earlier, I stropped it quite a few times during this, and I did take a diamond stone to it to sharpen it as I was going. I really couldn't honestly tell a difference or not. But these sanding pads, man, if you haven't got these, I would definitely recommend using these over the traditional paper, sandpaper. These were awesome. And again, you can rinse them or you just blow them out with the airline. So definitely will be using these going forward. And the price wasn't bad. I don't exactly remember what it was, but the price wasn't bad. So again, I'll put links to all of this down below. But I hope you did enjoy this, and I hope you stuck around and saw it till the end, because I think it's a really neat design. If this is your first time here and you want to see other videos like this, click over here. If you want to become a subscriber, click up here, hit that bell so that you're notified when I upload a new project. And as always, I wish you and your family a blessed day. Thank you.